Good morning. It is me, Pearl, and this is Tuned In Tarot, and we are about to take a look at the balance between the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies inside of ourselves, understanding that whatever state these energies are in, we can see reflected back to us in the outside world. So we can gain information about people in our lives, but only because they are just reflecting back our very own energies. Alrighty, divine feminine has all of her cards hidden today. Divine masculine had one card showing, so I guess we'll go with him today. I like what I can see top and bottom of the deck. Let's see. Well. All right. I just can't with these two. Top of the deck, overall headspace for this divine masculine is the Ace of Cups. It is here again. It is upright. It is at the forefront of his mind. It is filled up. It is ready to be poured out and shared. There's overflow. He is at the point now where he can share this cup with divine feminine, which is c'est magnifique. I do sense that he's still holding the cup, though, because I don't see anyone delivering it in his reading. But it's here, and it's filled up with a lot of love. And it's about his own love, too, and his own peace that he's been achieving inside of himself. And so he's really feeling capable of the niggling thought in the back of his mind, which is this new beginning. So we have the Fool here, ready to start out, the very beginning of this journey. As they're ending separation, will be starting completely new. And this fits the energy that we're in cosmically, and it definitely fits the energy that this union will be in once it becomes physical in the 3D. So he's ready to take the leap. He's not being overly cautious. You know, we saw this coming out before, but it was in its reversal, and he was worried about being cautious because he was controlling that Knight of Wands energy. But I'm not seeing that today in his headspace. He's just basically in the back of his mind. He knows that this new beginning has arrived and he's ready for it. He has a filled cup for it. The first thing up in his mind is the Eight of Pentacles. So he's working. He's working on bringing this offer in, I can see by the next card. But this is also about him having to kind of deal with real world, material world aspects in order to be able to bring the cup. So he's just kind of working on that, continuing to work on himself. And, you know, he could be a bit in his career at the moment just to sort of distract himself from this new energy that's coming. And, you know, yesterday he was kind of freaking out a bit. So he's calmed down a lot today. He's calmed down a lot today. There's more balance between head and heart. I think there's only 6 cards in heart space. There's definitely only 6 cards here in the head space. So he's evened out a bit. And it's probably from just going ahead and focusing on work, focusing on what he's good at, and just making sure he has everything in order here. Oh, and then we have the slow and steady energy of the slowest moving Knight of the deck, Knight of Pentacles. But that's the work, right? That, you know, it's taken this time to be able to have this offer. And finally, it's not just a material offer. It's not just a pentacle, but in fact, the cup. We saw the Knight of Cups yesterday. So we saw him ready to be fully expressive. And he's just having to take his time to deliver this message. And he's working on it. He's preparing to bring this in. It is solid. It is worth waiting for type of energy. And then we have the Magician. So upright, he feels powerful. He is in his masculine worth energy with that Eight of Pentacles and the solid offer of the Knight of Pentacles. And he's in his Magician energy in his full power. He feels that whatever he commands will come into the material world. He's using all of the tools, the spiritual tools that he has learned, and he is fully ready to manifest what it is that he desires. And finally, this Two of Pentacles is in its reverse. There's no more decision-making going on anymore. And this is clarifying the Eight of Pentacles. So He really has worked hard on himself to be able to choose to come forward with this cup and to stop fighting against himself. Here's that Seven of Wands energy, which really keeps us kind of stuck in place. And, you know, we're having to fight off opposing forces. We're having to, in some cases, fight off our own actions and our own behavior, sort of fighting against ourselves. And he's not wanting to do that anymore. He's also not fighting this slow and steady energy of this offer, that because he wants it to be so significant, because he wants it to be solid and steady and a real commitment, he's not fighting against the timeline, how long it has taken for it to arrive. And then he is in his magician's power because he has to deal with this impasse, this blockage that has been between the two of them. And I can see in Divine Feminine that the Five of Wands is still here today. So we saw this before, and it's back again, this Five of Wands energy. But in this case, Divine Masculine is calling on all of the power that he has, all the tools he has learned to use to be able to unblock, to get past this impasse with Divine Feminine, past this impasse with her. So he's ready. He's coming slowly, steadily. He's finally not sitting in that Two of Pentacles energy. He's made a choice to stop fighting against himself and to really deal using these spiritual tools that he has with this blockage that has been between him and Divine Feminine. The interesting thing is, with that full cup in his head space, when we go into his heart space, the top of the deck for the heart space is the Five of Cups. So there's sadness here. And I think the sadness is just reflecting, you know, upon how long it's taken. And I think I'm actually getting a sense that this is about Divine Feminine's sadness more than it is about his. Because Divine Masculine is ready. The new beginning is there. He's got his cup full. He's in his power. He's ready to bring it in. So I don't think he's sad about what's about to happen. I just think that there's a sadness here for how long it has taken him to be able to deal with this energy and unblock himself and be able to be who he has longed to be for this Divine Feminine. And I also think he's just got a feeling in his heart space of how sad Divine Feminine has been waiting in her worth for Divine Masculine to show up and believe in his own and also be able to honor and respect her. So he's having some sadness about that and is wanting to be optimistic about what will happen between them. And that's supported also by this niggling feeling in his heart space, which is the Seven of Cups in reverse. So this is, again, somebody who's not confused, who has made his choice, who's not overwhelmed with his feelings at this point. But I'm getting this sense from that Five of Cups, there is a sadness about how long it took him to basically figure out how to deal with all of these emotions, how to stop numbing himself from these feelings and just have them so that he could actually be here for the Divine Feminine. Oof. All right. So the first card up in his heart space is interesting. It is the Queen of Swords, but she's not in her shadow traits. And as I'm feeling the energy here, I'm feeling like what he's really feeling is the light traits of this Divine Feminine, that she's intelligent, that she's, you know, in her integrity, that she's thoughtful, and that she has the ability to kind of suss out this information that she gets from her heart space so well. But I also think there is a shade, because this is clarifying this Eight of Pentacles energy. And so I think there is just a touch of him feeling a little bit like Divine Feminine might be defensive because he has had to be doing this work. Like this is like the career love kind of thing that happens for divine masculine, where he gets really focused on the material and he's not so focused on the divine feminine. And this causes her to go into a Queen of Swords energy. And so he's just feeling the potential there for divine feminine to kind of be a bit Queen of Swords in regards to finding out that a lot of what has taken so long has really had to do with his career. And he's maybe dreading that a little bit, but he sees her as being able to, oh, I just noticed in the back of this image, which I've never seen before, there's a couple there. Very interesting. But I think he's seeing her as being able to really be analytical and understand what has happened and understand that he has done this for them, that to protect them, to have this wealth for them, to have this abundance for them. So he's really feeling that she is capable of understanding his choices. And we have the Devil, and it is in its reversal. So he has released the addictions, the codependencies, the loop thinking, the obsessive thinking that he's had in regards to the divine feminine, and also the addiction energy, which has been something that he has used to numb himself. And this is actually clarifying the slow and steady energy. So if we're telling the story linearly, he's feeling like the Queen of Swords is going to be able to understand that his career, the material world, and his addictions have been the thing that have kept him from being able to come forward quickly. It is what is why he has had to progress so slowly towards her. And he's feeling like she has the capability to intellectualize that and be able to understand, and hopefully not go into that cutting energy of the divine feminine when she is in her Queen of Swords energy. And then we have, clarifying the Magician, the Fool. So here we have the Fool 2 times. This new beginning is here. This new energy is here. And he's feeling powerful in regards to this energy. He feels he has the power to create a new beginning between them, that he is well within his power to be able to step off and take that leap and, you know, just go for it and just believe that the universe is going to catch him. They're at this beautiful place right now. And then we have Queen of Wands, and she's in her reversal because I do think that he has some fear in regards to her temper. And I also think he's trying to repress the sexual desire that he has at this point so that he can really come to her in his integrity, because that's important to him. The Queen of Swords is about his own energy too, right? Wanting to be in his own integrity, wanting to have conquered his emotions, conquered his passionate desires. And so he's definitely feeling very magnetically attracted to this divine feminine. And he has chosen to be with her, but he is also choosing to try to suppress some of that attraction so that he can be more stable when he approaches. It's also about not wanting divine feminine to be angry. In regards to heartbreak, third-party energy, and third-party blockages, and that is also clarifying that 7 of Wands. So while he is done fighting off himself, fighting off these third parties, and finally in a place where he feels like he doesn't have to fight himself off anymore, he's still a little bit worried because he's about to bring this cup to her and share all this information with her. And he is a little bit worried that this heartbreak that he has caused and the third party energy that has blocked them will be causing her to be a little bit in her temper, just like a little upset. And it might not even be about him in regards to him, but maybe more about the opposing forces. And he's like, geez, I hope she just like doesn't go off, you know, I'm like, what has happened? Because she's going to be pissed. I have a sense that he feels that she's really going to be upset when she finds out what exactly has blocked this connection, and it might not be something she even is conscious of at the moment. And then finally, this blockage that this divine masculine is feeling like he has the ability to bring in this new beginning in regards to, that he has the power to unblock, the power to end this impasse. In his heart space, we're seeing where that blockage comes from. And it's this imbalance coming from the Temperance energy. So it's interesting to see the Devil in reverse and Temperance in reverse, because it's suggesting that he's been dealing with addictions. He's been dealing with obsessive thinking and overthinking, over analysis paralysis, as someone said the other day, and really struggling to maintain this Temperance energy. And that has been what has been a major blockage for them. And so I guess what we're really seeing him doing is thinking and feeling about the things he has in this cup to express, right? Everything he's wanting to bring and say to the divine feminine. Okay, now let's go to divine feminine, who has all of her cards. Okay, interesting. All right. I love this divine feminine. You are really keeping it together right now. I just got to tell you this. The top of the deck, forefront of the mind for the divine feminine, is the Eight of Pentacles. So there's a union here between the two of them. They are both working on themselves, on their crafts, on their careers, on what's important to them, working on building their abundance. Now, divine feminine, this is at the forefront of her mind. Forefront of divine masculine's mind is, my cup is full, I want to share it. The forefront of divine feminine's mind is, I got to work on myself. I need to work on my shit. I have to make sure that I have all of these pentacles in order. And I am really determined not to be swayed by whatever divine masculine is doing on his side. Like, I might be excited, I might be looking forward to this new beginning that I'm now seeing over there, but I can't be distracted. Like, I can't. As much as I want that, I cannot be distracted from what I have learned on this journey, which is that my worth is paramount. As long as I'm feeling in my worth, my divine masculine will match me. As long as I'm feeling in my worth, my divine masculine can see my worth. And so I just don't want to lose sight of that. I want to keep that at the forefront of my mind, and I want to keep doing this work that I'm called here to do. And the niggling thing in the back of her mind, unblock. The Five of Wands. And it's in its reversal, because this divine feminine, she's not dealing with Temperance energy. She's fully in her Temperance energy. She's not been blocked. And she has done that work to unblock herself. And as she's done that, that allows divine masculine to be able to come in. The first thing on her mind, I love that the forefront of her mind is this Eight of Pentacles, working on herself, working on her craft, getting her shit in order. And the first thing on her mind is the collaboration, the teamwork, and the 3D aspects of the physical union. It's also about working on herself. She wants to collaborate with divine masculine, but with the next card, which is the Hermit, we see her in that wish. She's waiting. She's looking out that window. She's waiting, but she's soul searching, and she's working on that self to help stay in a state where she's unblocked so that she can receive. Divine masculine can have a cup ready and not be able to offer it to divine feminine because she's not able to receive. So she's really working so hard to remain in this state where she's unblocked and open to receiving. And that has meant that she's alone here in this Hermit energy. Even though she's deeply longing to be able to collaborate with divine masculine, it's not a possibility right now. So she is comfortably sitting in this Hermit energy and just allowing that soul searching experience to help her. And then what do we have after we've worked very, very hard on ourselves? The Nine of Pentacles. This is her desire, wish fulfillment. This is what she would really like to experience the abundance. So she's going within, she's doing that work to unblock so that she can be open to this abundance, which includes the divine masculine, right? Bringing her this abundance, not only just material wealth, although he may function as a portal for her in some ways, but the Nine of Pentacles is what composes ultimately the 10 of Pentacles. And that includes the family, the house, the dog, the things that are in the material world. So she's wanting to do that, be in that hermit energy and soul search so that she can bring herself, and then thereby through that process of rewarding herself, also see that reward come from divine masculine. Then we have the Page of Pentacles in its reversal. So this is a rejection of any offer that is small. She's not willing to accept anything unless it's like King of Pentacles size, right? And this is for herself. And it is clarifying this Three of Pentacles. There's a lot of earth here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 8 cards are earth and pentacles. Or I'm sorry, 6. No, 5. So she's very focused on the physical aspects of this union, the physical reward, the physical material manifestation of abundance. And she's not bringing herself the small offer anymore because she is working so hard to be able to see that 9 of Pentacles culminate in that 10 of Pentacles energy. She's not going to accept any offer that's not significant from divine masculine or from her own self. Like that, she's at this point, she's like, no, I'm not interested. If either I'm working hard and bringing something significant to the table, or I'm not interested. And finally, we are seeing the 6 of Pentacles upright. This is what is clarifying the hermit energy. And there is a sense here that she has had to give this reciprocity to herself, right? Because in the imagery from the Mystic Mondays deck, we don't see a benevolent divine masculine, offering alms to the beggars. What we see is a meditative. Finally, she's giving herself and receiving from herself enough love, enough focus, enough attention that she can finally be benevolent and generous, and in that way experience that same reciprocity that she's so seeking. That's what she's been seeking in this soul searching. How do I give and I give and I give, but I don't receive. So how can I do that? And this process of going within has helped her to be able to start sorting out where her blockages have been that have prevented her from receiving. And she's now in her 4 of Cups energy. So she's in the dream space. She's imagining, she's fantasizing, she's meditating, she's contemplating, and she's filling up that cup and reflecting upon the cups in the past. And, these cups seem empty and this one is full. And so to me, this is more about that reciprocity, that understanding, coming to understand, these cups remain empty for as long as I have not been filling this cup. And she's really learning this lesson. And this is what's allowing her to be able to have that 9 of Pentacles reward, because she has been meditative and contemplative. And that has helped her to be able to be in a position where she can finally reward herself. Top of the deck, overall feeling in the heart space is the Knight of Pentacles. And it's in reverse because she feels ready. She feels ready to receive this offer from the divine masculine. She's also feeling a little bit like it's time. Like there's definitely an impatient feeling here. She's also overfeeling in the heart space, it looks like. Yes, she's got 7 cards in the heart space today. So she's overfeeling. But here we have this mirroring going on with divine masculine who's coming slowly and steadily. And we have a divine feminine who's like, bro, you're taking a minute here. I'm ready for this. Are you ready for this? Are you ready to give this to me, to pick up the speed here? Because I'm fucking ready to receive it there, bro. Right? I'm ready. She's also wanting to speed up this process for herself, working on herself, She's wanting to see the return on her investments a little bit faster than we have seen it coming very sluggishly. But the niggling feeling in her heart space is the Three of Wands, which is understanding that the pieces are in place for her to be able to receive. And she's being patient. She is being patient. So it's interesting because she's got like an impatient, patient thing going on. But remember, this is the niggling feeling. So the overall feeling is like, oh, can this just happen? And the niggling feeling is like, be patient. Be patient. The pieces are in place. Things are happening. Your ships are coming in. You're going to see the fulfillment of this desire. And also be drawing from this well of the divine. Like, get all that you need from the divine. And when you're doing that, you're not so impatient, because how can you be? You have all you need, right? So that Three of Wands energy is right there in her heart space. Niggling. Then we have the Hanged Man, and it is in its reversal. So we have, she's gone within, she's gained perspective, she can stand on her own, she is surrendered, she's done her surrendering, and she's feeling now that she doesn't want to be in this pause energy anymore in regards to this collaboration, this teamwork, this coming together, being able to work with her divine masculine. She feels she has gained enough perspective to be able to finally collaborate with somebody in a healthy way. And then we have the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups, she loves. This is the purest form of love. This is true love. This is heartfelt, sincere, innocent. And it's awkward and it's goofy and it's difficult, to fully express in a mature way. So she's in her heart, this feeling of this pure love that she has for this guy who's coming up next. And she also really likes this about the divine masculine's love, because she senses that this is really who he is ultimately, just that he truly loves her, and that no matter his machinations, when we get right down to it, this is what is there for her. So she's really wanting to experience that joy with the innocence of a child. And it's clarifying this hermit energy. And it's why she's been willing to be on her own, because the only kind of love she wants to experience is this love that starts out with this purity and innocence. And so she's been willing to just wait, hermit energy, because no other type of love would satisfy her after she has felt this from him at this point. King of Pentacles. And she's feeling that this King of Pentacles is her reward, right? We've got that attachment energy, all that earth energy. We've got it here. She's really, really, really desiring for this King of Pentacles to come forward, to provide, to protect. Like, she's picturing herself like lying with her head on his chest and just kind of like being very comforted by him, his arms around her. She's wanting that energy of that protective king. And it's definitely feeling like it's her reward for this journey, for this work that she's been doing, which we've got that material attachment thing going on. Like, divine masculine can't be your reward. Coming into your King of Pentacles energy inside of self is your reward. So we have to be careful about that, because the King of Pentacles represents a specific 3D manifestation of that Nine of Pentacles divine masculine there, that peacock energy that we have here for her. That's who the King of Pentacles is representing. He's a specific manifestation. So we've got a little bit of energy to keep soul searching about their divine feminine, but I get it. I understand it. We have another Three of Pentacles. So divine feminine, your union in head and heart has been startling lately. Here's that Three of Pentacles upright in that space, which is I'm ready to collaborate. And her heart is like, You're still wanting a specific manifestation though. So I think you probably need to work on yourself still, and you need to work on your own, because here's that Page of Pentacles. Because I believe that you still feel yourself as being a bit small. The offer that you have to bring to the table isn't big enough. And so you need to work on your worth, your self-worth, because you are bigger than this. You are the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is in your heart space. And just because there's a specific masculine you associate with that doesn't mean that that energy isn't yours. And so she's still got work to do. And it's also about the collaboration not being here because this offer hasn't been brought in yet, of course. But really, her heart is like, girl, you got to work on yourself. But then look at this beautiful, beautiful union today. I am going to speak to the fact that I do believe this card came out in its reversal. And then when I put it into the pile, I shifted it because I thought I saw this in its reversal. So it's a shifty energy on it. It's like, it's a card about reciprocity, right? And in this card, we see the balanced scales. We see this fish. We see the baby birds down here, these little birds down here receiving part of this offer. So this is more like traditional imagery. Whereas this one is upright because it's herself giving herself this reciprocity that she needs. This one, it was in its reversal potentially because it is about how she has not received reciprocity yet from the divine masculine, which has made her very sad. And there is the Five of Cups. My eye is twitching. I don't know why. There's some union, not the best union. They're sad. There's sadness. This is what divine masculine was feeling, was coming from the divine feminine, her sadness in regards to this lack of reciprocity, which I only turned around by accident. But that's kind of interesting, right? Because in her headspace, if this is true for her, then this card is no longer going to be in its reversal. It's no longer going to be something that she has to be sad about. So I'm leaving that upright for her. And this sadness is clarifying this Four of Cups energy. So she's doing the work not to focus on the cups that are not filled, and instead focus on this, not focus on the sadness. Be optimistic. Try to hold the space that these two cups are here and that this union is promised. And then the overfeeling that she's experiencing is the Six of Cups. It's the reunion. And that's beautiful. I don't mind. I'm not going to yell at her for overfeeling today, because what we should see happening is that the Five of Cups sadness, as you stop focusing on the spilled cup, which you're using that Four of Cups energy in your headspace to do, and focus instead on the two cups that are promised, that brings you to the six, the culmination of, and that's of course 4, 5, 6. That brings you to the culmination of this reunion. It allows you to be in the happy, nostalgic memories, to be in a place where you are excited about being able to create new memories, and to have that reunion here between the twins. So that is very lovely. Divine feminine. All right, let's go look at the oracles. Y'all are getting better at this. Y'all are getting better at this, because I'm seeing the ability to not need so much advice from spirit, to really kind of be in a place where you're doing the work. Divine masculine, you are in the shadow attributes of the magical child, which is pessimism, depression, and disbelief in miracles, and believing that energy and action are not required for growth. Okay, you need to call in the light attributes, which is seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, and the belief that everything is possible, right? So do not be pessimistic, divine masculine. Don't worry so much about the sadness that was caused, or the sadness that has been. Focus more on the new beginning that you have, on the potential here for everything to work out more spectacularly than you've ever even imagined. The other day, you were commanded to sleep on it, rest. And today you're being commanded to wake up. It is time to wake up. It is time to come out of your slumber, come out of that Four of Swords, silence, quiet energy where you're not talking, you're not speaking, you're just sleeping on it. Wake the fuck up and take that leap that you're feeling and thinking about in your headspace. And then I cannot believe you got this again. Why is it taking me so long? Divine Masculine. I don't know. This is 3 days in a row, my dude. The only reason you have not already received what you desire is because you are holding yourself in a vibrational pattern that does not match the vibration that you desire. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. Holding yourself in the vibration that doesn't match your desire. So stop doing that. You know how to do it. If you've been watching this channel, you know how to do it. You must take your focus off of that which you don't desire. You must focus on the reunion. You must focus on Divine Feminine being freaking ecstatic when you get here. You must focus on everything working out just as it's supposed to in the best of ways for you, because you no longer hold yourself in a vibrational pattern that doesn't match you, what you desire, right? So things are going to go freaking swimmingly. Work through your fears. Work through these fears about temperance and addiction and about Divine Feminine being pissed off. Work through the fears. So she's pissed off. What? She's never been pissed off before? You know, she's not going to be pissed off again. You're never going to have another fight. You're never going to have something that's going to make her mad or upset. And this love is stronger than that, Divine Masculine. So work through those fears you have about what is going to happen. Take the time to breathe out. Take time to breathe out. So work through your fears. Breathe out. Release them. Give them to God. Do whatever it is you need to do. And then finally, align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? Temperance in reverse. What is not aligned? You are focusing on what you don't want, right? You're worried about sadness from heartbreak. You're worried about Divine Feminine being angry. You're worried about being able to maintain your temperance energy. You're worried about... So, what is not aligned? That's not in alignment with what you know is true about yourself. So, it's that. Come into alignment. Divine Feminine. Oh, you're getting this again. Artist, expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. So you're still in the light attributes of the artist. You're still, this is an auspicious time for you to have this be the forefront of your mind, right? Because there's the artist right there. Working on your craft, working on your artwork is really what raises your worth energy. And as you raise your masculine worth energy inside of yourself, you attract that masculine energy outside of self. So continue to work on your craft and be true to your role as the artist and inspiring others to see life symbolically. Your guardian angel is here to support you in making a wise decision. Either this decision to focus on yourself and your craft and your work is a wise decision, or if there is something you've been wondering about and you're not sure how to deal with it, you're being supported to make a wise decision, however that might apply to you. I am in the perfect position to get there from here. Nothing has to change in your environment or in the circumstances that surround you for you to begin to deliberately allow your own connection to the stream of well-being. You are in the perfect place right now to begin. So nothing has to change for you to be able to come in to alignment. All you have to do is allow that connection to the stream of well-being. You are in the perfect place right now. Nothing has to change. Start to come into alignment. Adjustments are required. That's funny. Nothing has to change. Adjustments are required. Typical messages from spirit. Nothing has to change for you to make the adjustments that are required. You do need to adjust because didn't we see your reward was a specific masculine? Oops. That happened again. You didn't mean for it to happen again, but it did happen again. So we need to fix that. We need to work on that. That's definitely an adjustment that needs to be made. We have to get to that point where we fully release the specific attachment. And I know it's hard. My specific attachment has had a hold over me, hook, line, and sinker for 21 years. Wow. Every time I say it, it's just mind-blowing. All the decisions I've made in those 2 decades, I could probably trace back most of them to being focused on this specific divine master. Crazy. And it was something that was happening that I was like, why am I like this? Why do I care about this specific person who doesn't give a fuck about me for this whole time? That's pretty much how I felt until like the last 6 months. So I get it. It's really difficult to like relinquish that hold that one specific person has over you, and to kind of face the potential that that specific person isn't necessarily the best manifestation of that divine masculine for you. And that while you desire to be with a divine masculine energy, you desire to be with one that matches you where you are at. And there are plenty of individuals on the planet who can match your energy. It doesn't have to be your twin flame if that is the specific one you are thinking about. It doesn't have to be that. So it is so hard to relinquish that hold, but you do have to make that adjustment. As long as you cling to that specific attachment, you can't have him either. So you can't have anyone. You're just going to be in that hermit energy forever. And I sure as fuck don't want to be in the hermit energy, but I'm fucking done with hermit energy, okay? I'm done, bro. We're good. Like, I'm ready to come out of isolation and being all by myself in quarantine for a fucking year. All right. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. We see this all the time, divine feminine, and it's really important for you. You are very much in your spirituality, right? But it looks like your headspace is starting to deal with practical. It's starting to deal with the material. And while this is happening, it is really important that you start to balance the escapism and the fantasies, which are helpful because that's focusing on what you want, of course, but with practical actions that help to actually manifest it here into the reality. Because if you're just sitting there in your headspace, imagining it forever, you're not actually here with us on the earth. So you need to balance those two energies inside of self. And then the pillar of light, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. So as your vibration is rising, you're getting closer and closer and closer to that higher self. Closer and closer and closer you get, the easier it is to manifest, because you start to feel the power of manifestation through the divine connection. Okay. Bottom of the deck for the both of you. You're in the light attributes of the gambler energy, willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you, which, is this a similar energy to the Fool there? It's like blindly stepping off, leaping off, taking that risk, throwing caution to the wind, and combining with following that intuition. And then you're getting this again. Pause, reflect. Pause and reflect. A very unpleasant smell just permeated my apartment. It's really weird. Not pleasant. Pause. So divine feminine, you've got that energy of pause and reflect. Divine masculine, you got take time to breathe out. So you both have to just kind of take a minute, take a deep breath. Hopefully it smells better than whatever is permeating my apartment right now. I think a garbage truck or something just went by. And reflect, contemplate, reflect on all the good things. She's really enjoying this pause, right? She's really taking a moment because you're about to take that leap into that new beginning. So really pause and feel good, feel appreciation in this moment. Enjoy your food today. Enjoy the music that you listen to. Enjoy whatever it is that you're doing. Pause during that activity. Be mindful. Be in a state of appreciation. That raises your vibration. My desires and beliefs are only thoughts. Your desires and beliefs are just thoughts. Ask and it is given. You ask through your attention, through your wanting, through your desire. That is the asking. Whether you desire it to happen or you desire it not to happen, you are asking. So think, put your attention on, want, desire the things that you want. Do not give your attention to those things not happening. It's so hard. I've spent the last, you know me, with these freaking St. Nicholas of Myrna cards that has made me focused on the Christmas time. And I'm really trying not to do that because when I put my attention there, it's very easy for me to slip into my doubts and fears and be like, well, what if it doesn't happen? What are you going to do then? How are you going to feel then? What is it going to feel like then? What are you going to do after that? So I really struggle all day long with not giving my attention to what if it doesn't happen. And if I try to think about what if it happens, there's too much doubt. So I've got this one engine going this way, like, oh, it's might be that all signs point to yes. And then this other engine that's going this other way, and I'm basically stuck. I can't get anywhere. So I'm just trying not to think about, I'm working on releasing this attachment to the specific manifestation. That's my son. So I'm working really hard on being able to do that. And it's tough. So I'm best to put my thoughts elsewhere and give my attention. I already gave all the attention in the world to this one specific manifestation for 21 years. I pretty much don't need to give that manifestation any more attention for the universe to give it to me at this point. In fact, when I put my attention on it and I'm thinking about it not happening, I'm getting that. I keep getting that. So I just have to stop, and it's so hard. I understand the struggle, but you can do it. Divine couple, have faith in your dreams. Have faith. And if not paying attention to your dreams is helping you maintain your faith, that honking horn out there just emphasized, pay attention to something else. Start thinking about something else. Think about where you're going to journey to. Think about what it is that you are enjoying a lot about what's going on right now in this moment. Just be very mindful of this energy. And you know what? You're already overdoing it. I know, not you're overdoing it. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Your true north, which is that union in self. Stop overthinking. Just keep facing what it is that you desire and have faith in it. And you will get what you've asked for. You will. Believe it, have faith. All right. Hey, this was a short reading for me today, but you know what? There wasn't a ton of overthinking. There wasn't a lot of overfeeling. We have two individuals that are exactly where they should be in this energy. And it does really feel like the culmination of this is very close. There's a lot of union in the head and heart, a lot of union between the two of them. Here's hoping. Everybody take care. I shall see you tomorrow on Christmas Eve. I cannot believe it is Christmas Eve tomorrow. That is nutty. But alas, it is here. And before you know it, it'll be 2021 and we can just kiss 2020 goodbye. Although, 2020 for me, it was a mixed bag. I got to tell you, like in some ways it was the best. In other ways, it was really the worst. But thank you for being here today. Please like, subscribe, share, get this message out there to everybody who needs it. If you are interested in personal reading, email me at tunedintarot@gmail.com. I have many skills. I'm too tired to go into them today, but if you need me for anything, hop into that Gmail. I will see you tomorrow here on Tuned in Tarot.